I better lay low until I get some new clothes. It's a movie theater named Cinema Rex. It looks like it's closed right now, though. Maybe it opens later in the evening.
Oder ist schon wieder zu?
It's Biko, the ship that brought us here. Looks like it's empty.
So, when's you figure the shipment's gonna start coming in again, Mo?
I don't know, Vince. Looks like the blackout ain't going away.
Don't look like it. So how are we gonna push our goods when there ain't no ships around?
Beats me, Vince. If I knew, I wouldn't be standing here freezing, staring at your mug all day.
Hey, Mo, look at that.
Hey, nice pajamas, kid.
Looks like this fella's on vacation from the slammer. Don't you reckon, Mo?
Sure does, Vince. Hey, kid, maybe you should slip into some new clothes, huh? I don't figure you're gonna last long in them stripes.
Yeah, that's my problem. You guys don't happen to have some clothes I could borrow?
Kid, you've come to the right place. It just so happens that I, Honest Mo, and my associate here, Trusty Vince,
Honest
have a
Mo
whole
and Trusty
crate of
Vince.
clothes we'd love for you to purchase. Finest stuff, prime Armandin leather.
Yeah, real leather. Fancy pricey goods.
$500 and the crate is yours.
A whole crate of clothes?
We deal in bulk, all right? It's a steal, kid.
Yeah, $500, you get the whole crate.
I don't have any money. Maybe I could just borrow them, eh?
Listen, kid, we've got our own troubles, all right? This whole business with the lighthouse is killing us. We need some dough so we can get off the street. We're freezing our kneecaps off out here.
Okay.
Hey, it's a crate full of Patitos XXL, my favorite nacho brand. Can I have some?
These things are banned. We can't push them. Go ahead and grab a bag, kid. We're sick of them. Haven't eaten anything else for a week.
Wow, thanks.
Ich befürchte, Charlie, das habe ich bereits versucht. Da Twitch das Spiel, das wir jetzt spielen, nicht in der Datenbank hat, können wir es leider auch nicht ändern. Ich habe eigentlich versucht, es zu löschen, aber... Du kannst leider kein Spiel oder kein Titel einstellen, den der nicht in der Datenbank hat. Aber eigentlich hatte ich das Kästchen eben schon mal geleert.
It's an empty barrel.
It's not just
Ja,
an empty
soll ich
barrel,
nochmal
kid.
probieren?
That's right,
Kannst du
Mo.
machen.
It's our empty barrel. We protect what's ours, okay?
Oh, tatsächlich, jetzt ging's scheinbar.
Was ging?
It's
Das
a
ist
house
jetzt
business.
kein Spiel mehr.
It's a frozen dead beat, kid.
Ain't no work, ain't no heat.
Nothing we can do but stand here and freeze our fingers off. Aye. And wait for the shipments to start coming in again.
What you guys doing here?
We work the docks, kid. When the shipments come in, we load, unload, bargain, swap, trade, fiddle, do the Jimmy, run the books, and then wait for the next shipment to come in. It's been a dead beat the past week, though.
Yeah, ain't no ships coming or going ever since the lighthouse stopped.
About those clothes.
Yeah?
Can I borrow them? I'll pay you once I get a hold of some money. Promise.
Sorry, kid. No cash, no clothes.
Kid, this ain't no charity. It's too cold to be giving clothes away. We might need them.
Yeah, if we don't get some heat soon, I'll be wearing the whole damn crate.
I'm looking for a lady who arrived in port this night.
Ah, you one of the fellas who came in on the Pico, ain't ya?
Yeah, I knew I'd seen that mug before. Man, you was fast getting busted, wasn't you? What happened to the lady?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Nice hats.
They're not just hats, kid. They're union membership hats. We had to pay off all sorts of fellas to get these.
You guys have special union hats?
Sure, show up at the Mist Front without one and you're gonna go to bed on an empty stomach. It's a great big racket, and we're at the bottom of it. The fellas who run the union, the cops, and the mob. They're all making a mint while we're down here busting our noodles.
You guys gotta fight the oppression. Fire upon them exploiters.
Hey, we'd squeal like a pair of stoolie rats on eel fumes if only there was someone to rat to. But there just ain't. The coppers are just as crooked as the union and the mob here in Port Archue. When they're all in bed with one another, there ain't much we little folk can do.
Ain't it the truth, Mo? The powers that be gotta crumble and fall before we'll see any change down here, kid.
So who's calling the shots?
Oh, it's a bleeding mess, ain't it, Vince?
It's all spaghetti, Mo. The union's run by the mob, and the mob's fed by the people on top.
Yeah, and the chief of police and the mayor want to pretend they're top brass.
But there's no fooling us. We ain't no palookas.
They're controlled by hotshots from topside, just like anyone else important here in Port Archue.
I gotta go. Man, that's not gonna work.
Also, wir haben jetzt eine Spitzhacke, eine Dose, einen Sträuchholzbrief und Nachos.
Looks like it's
Ah. Oha. Das sieht irgendwie trippy aus.
it's an old lighthouse. I better lay low until I
Sturm.
Ach nee. Da ist der Leuchtturm. Das ist die Gasse von Vince und Mo.
looks like an electric junction box. This pickup
Zerstörung. Es hat
there's a
geklappt.
couple of thick power cables in there. That wire is way too thick.
Ja dann, immer durch
Cut it
damit.
with.
Es ist zu dick für die Spitzhacke? Was zur Hölle ist das für ein Kabel? Zerstörung. Er hat recht. Die Spitzhacke ist wirklich sein neuer bester Freund.
It's a whole bunch of newspapers. Man, that... I don't...
So Sachen in die Mülltonne werfen.
Ich wollte den Müll anzünden.
It's locked. I don't think I'm
Okay,
getting
das
in
wäre
that
natürlich
way.
ist natürlich immer eine gute Lösung.
I ain't climbing back into prison again, man.
Jetzt haben wir die Zeit. Oh, ich weiß, was wir machen.
Hey, find your
Okay,
own
und was
trash
machen wir?
can.
Yeah, this one's our favorite. You gotta respect that.
Let's fire this up.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Hey, that ain't so dumb.
Oh gosh, that feels good. I can feel my fingers again.
Ah, nice going, kid.
No problemo.
Hey, Mo, how come we never thought of that?
How's it going, fellas?
Doing great now with the fire. Thanks, kid.
About those clothes.
Yeah?
Please, can I borrow some clothes?
What do you say, Mo? The guy helped us with the fire.
Sure, kid. We owe you one. See that big pile of crates? It's in there somewhere. A small wooden one.
Okay, jetzt ist die Frage.
Well, would you look at that?
Looking sharp, kid. Looks like you're ready for the town.
Thanks, fellas.
Forget about it.
We people getting in trouble with the law, we gotta stick together, you hear?
This must be the train station that connects Port Arthur to St. Armando. The sign on the door says, all railway services cancelled until further notice. Unauthorized access will be punished to the full extent of the law.
Hm.
It's an old lighthouse. Hello?
Cripes! Who's there? Are you here to deliver the repairs?
Repairs for what?
Pollards! I've been expecting that shipment for more than a week now. Martin's my name. I'm the lighthouse keeper.
The name's Buana. I'm new in town.
Ain't no mistaking that. Always glad to have visitors. Make yourself right at home, son.
It's a pair of bolt cutters. I bet I could have a lot of fun with those.
Go ahead and grab 'em, son. They're useless to me. My toenails are big, but not that big.
Ugh.
Thanks, man. It's an old pulley. I guess it's been used for hoisting things up and down the lighthouse tower.
I've got them.
Oh,
They're
das
here
ist
on
ein
Main
Rätsel
Street at
aus.
local Lonnie's used mattress kingdom. Go over here now and grab them while they're still here. What are you waiting for? Go get them now while the offer stands. It's a bargain. I've got...
Also ich nehme an, wir müssen nachher für irgendwas die richtige Frequenz einstellen und den richtigen Song auflegen.
Nicht den Song, die Werbung.
Man, this
Ah.
wheel is all rusty. It needs to be greased up if it's ever gonna work again.
Können wir es mit
Man, that's not gonna work.
Kartoffelchips fetten?
Man, this
Ah, nee, ist
lamp is
Nachos. Mein
smashed
Fehler.
beyond repair. I gotta find a replacement.
It's no use, Buana.
Vielleicht
I
Nachos?
need to find me old blueprints to get the machine back to life.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks, son. I try to keep her tidy. What can I do for you?
What happened to the lighthouse?
10 nights ago, there was a terrible, fierce thunderstorm, and it hit Port Arthur with full force. I had to ward off flying roof tiles as I nailed the shutters to the windowsill. Trust me, son, I've seen storms that'd make your bones cringe
Oh.
and your heart cry. But this storm, this was something else. Then, suddenly, a flying vessel appeared from out of the storm, and it made straight for the lighthouse. Even in the wind and darkness, there was no mistaking that airship. It was the Sisulus.
The Sisulus?
Aye. Before I knew it, the whole crew was inside the lighthouse wreaking havoc. They smashed the lantern up at the top of the tower and ripped out machine parts from the guts of the service room down here. Brought me to tears seeing Old Faithful battered and broken.
Also Piraten.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Buana. This old lighthouse is the closest to a family that I've got. Anyhow, Old Faithful has been dark and still ever since.
Need any help?
I've got to get these gears and thingamadoodles in order somehow. If only I had my old blueprints here, this would be a piece of crackers. This here Port Arthur lighthouse is of a very special breed, you see. Specifically built for the harsh conditions of the never-ending mist. There has got to be information about it somewhere, but I'll be doodled if I know where to find it.
Also wir brauchen Blaupausen, eine neue Lampe und vermutlich irgendwas für die Zahnräder.
What do you need again?
Achso, danke.
If only I had this space there.
I'm looking for a lady who arrived in Port Arthur tonight.
A lady? I don't get many lady visitors up here, I'm afraid. To tell you the truth, I don't get many visitors at all.
Nice broadcaster you got up there.
Sure is, son. Got a little bit of an extra income spinning tunes and commercials from up there. Landed me a brand new used mattress from Lonnie's, it did. It's practically stain free. I'd let you have a lie down, but it's still a little moist. This here lighthouse is pretty much the ideal radio tower. It can fill just about any frequency from up here. I've got the best broadcasting point in all of Port Arthur.
Brandneue,
Gebrauchte Matratze,
gebrauchte
die noch
Matratze
etwas feucht ist.
und fast keine Flecken hat.
Ja.
What's with the clock tower?
Oh, it's just kaput and the mayor won't pay to fix it, that's all. I haven't heard those bells tolling for many,
Das
many
irritiert mich
years.
immer, wenn man im Englischen das Wort
Isn't the
kaputt
top
sagt. Ich
priority
weiß,
for
es
the
ist ein
mayor
Ding,
to
aber
run again.
ich find's immer
He's
weird.
too busy spending the city's money down on Main Street to have time with those kinds of things.
Tell me about the mayor.
Oh, he's just another corrupt cog in the machinery of big government. Just another one of the puppets being played by the folks up topside in Saint Armando.
So what's the lighthouse good for anyways?
Why, all of Port Arthur depends on it. It's a proud job I've got. Misting would be impossible without it. And without misting, Port Arthur is as doomed as an eel on the cutting board. Misting isn't all that it's good for either. Most trading we do with Saint Armando is done by mist as well, through the locks at Pango Kubwa. They'd never find their way back without the lighthouse.
What's Pango Kubwa?
That's where the locks are, for traversing up and down from Saint Armando. Anything that goes between the two has to cross Pango Kubwa. Unless you fly, of course. But nobody's that mad. Of course, we used to have the trains as well. But the powers that be keep shutting them down for reasons best unasked about. The ships are just about a person's only hope to get in and out of Port Arthur these days. Without them, we'd be trapped like pewds in a bucket.
What's up with the trains?
Oh, they're off limits to the public now, son. Only high government officials use them these days. Why they're requiring enforcing all these regulations and blocking everything off is a mystery to me, son. I figure the less I know about it, the better.
What's being blocked off?
Well, it's the Dangles now, but Port Arthur used to be an open port. People were coming and going as they pleased, by ship, plane, and train. Back then, you didn't need permits to travel up and down. A fellow was free to go exploring all they liked. It's like they're trying to hide something, don't you reckon?
Okay, see you later.
Aber das haben wir ja auch schon mehr oder weniger schon rausgefunden, dass die irgendwas vertuschen mit den Zügen und so.
Warm yourself from the fire.
Ja,
Vor allem, wir haben ja gesehen oben, dass die ja frequent noch fahren.
Aye, it gets a real bore, doesn't it? One day, I dream I'll lay my eyes on a real beauty out there. But for now, I guess darkness and the odd trawler is going to have to do.
Hey, it's a little miniature ship. How did you build all those tiny little details?
Oh, that was easy. Rounding up the crew was the hard part. That there is a model of the old Mistraker.
The Mistraker?
'Tis an old sailor's tale. The legend of the old Mistraker. She was a proud vessel, could bend the mightiest eels to her will. The captain of the ship was as mad as they come. He was out to catch the biggest eels of them all, the Hungries.
What happened to it?
The Hungries tore the crew to shreds and left nothing but a ghost ship drifting in the fog. Legend has it if you lay your eyes on the Mistraker, don't let her out of your sights. The moment you turn your back on her, she'll be gone. And your life with it. And their model is supposed to bring me luck, but it sure hasn't paid off so far. You can have it if you want it. It will make a nice souvenir.
Wow, really? Coolness. Nice anchor, man.
Why, thanks, Buana. Belonged to an old lifeboat that saved me life once.
Cool. Were you shipwrecked?
Aye, a long, long time ago. I stared the hungries right in the eyes, I did. Scarred me for life. Haven't set my foot on board a trawler since.
It's a teapot.
I like to keep the kettle warm in case of visitors. It's me own eel bladder brew. Fancy a cup? It'll put some hair on your toes, it will.
Maybe later.
Also, er hat ein Modell von einem Schiff, das einem das Leben stiehlt, als Glücksbringer.
It's Biko. Looks.
Okay, mit der können wir nichts
Na denn.
mehr machen. Halt, warte, wir können doch die beiden fragen, ob die was über die Teile wissen, die hier ankommen sollen.
How's it going, fellas?
Doing great now with the fire. Thanks, kid.
Ja,
Scheinbar
I gotta
nicht.
go.
oh nee.
So.
It's a movie theater. It looks like me. Hey, funky place. Can I come inside?
You inside Club Timber? I don't think so, kid.
What's so special about Club Timber?
Club Timber is the classiest night spot in the whole city. We've got all of Port Arthur's stars, champagne, and gold hold up in here. And if you think I'm letting your raggedy ass inside, you're thicker than you look.
Can I use your telephone, please?
Get your own damn phone. This one is for Club Timber management only.
Nice lights you got here.
Keep your hands off the floodlights, kid, or I'm gonna break your fingers off.
Let me in.
You know, you street urchin got a lot of attitude for more than you're worth. And it's that kind of crap that gets your teeth knocked out. Now listen
Was
carefully,
ein
'cause
mieses
I'm only
Arschloch.
gonna say
Yes.
this once. We don't serve lowlifes like you in here. So why don't you just get to stepping and save yourself any further embarrassment?
Bah, this place is too fancy for me anyways.
Er klingt nicht sehr professionell, muss ich dir sagen. Einfach nur wie ein Arschloch.
Let me in.
You know, you
Yeah.
street urchin got a lot of attitude.
Achso, das hatten wir schon.
Now listen, cause we don't, so, and
Bah. Later.
Wir haben jetzt doch, glaube ich, den Kabelschneider, oder?
Oh, stimmt.
The door's locked and she's not opening. I guess I didn't make a good first impression.
Die war aber auch weird, Mann.
Wollen wir nicht erst mal den
Telefonzelle?
Kabel durchschneiden?
Rufnummernverzeichnis. Lokale Langstreckeneinträge. Port Arthur District. Wadsworth Tracker House. Was ist dieses? Wie hieß denn das Scheißding?
Welches?
Irgendwas mit T. Oh. Ab O fehlen die Einträge, okay.
Und der Staatsanwalt hat keine Telefonnummer.
Scheinbar will er nicht angerufen werden. Nur die Leute wissen, dass er ein Telefon hat.
It's a broken power. Your lamp looks kinda busted.
And what part of that is any of your business?
Maybe I can help. I'm a lamp repair expert.
I ain't heard nothing about no repairman. Now beat it.
Later.
Wir haben ja noch Anis.
That's just nonsense, Joe. I don't drink to escape my problems. I escape my problems to go drinking. Right, Gimbo?
Aye, Captain. Whatever you say.
What's up, sailors?
Hey, good to see you again.
Aye. We thought Barlow had you locked up for good, Warner.
Ha! Fat chance. This Rasta is way too clever for Babylon oppressors. How you guys doing?
Feels good having solid ground under one's feet again. I can tell you that.
Amen to that, mate. Oh, the mist scares the life out of me.
Ah, I've seen jellyfish with more backbone than you lot.
I'm looking for Lena. Have you seen her?
She your special lady? Well, Warner, I hate to break it to you, man, but it seems like she and Police Chief Barlow have got something special going on.
What you talking about?
I saw them both strolling to that big posh place on Main Street, Club Timber. She was clinging to him like she was hot-struck, walking on sunshine. Sounds to me like you've been played for a fool, son.
But
Are you fellas talking about that tall, good-looking lady from out of town who's just strolling down Main Street? If you don't mind me saying so, she's out of your league, sir. Besides,
Danke,
she's connected to
Kellner.
Barlow, you're better off without her.
That's the truth. You try and take something away from Barlow, Barlow takes something away from you in a very bad way.
I'm not afraid of no police. I could shake them off once. I can shake them off again. I got to get into Club Timber. What you guys know about Club Timber?
You really want to get in there, huh? Well, you're gonna have a hard time. You need to be filthy rich and well connected to get access to that joint. It's not for the people. That place is for the corrupt fat cats and untouchable high society. I'm pretty sure you can forget getting in there, Buana. You're a good man, Buana. The place is down with the decent folk.
Tell me more about Police Chief Barlow.
He's been in charge around here for what? Probably 20 years or so. Can't say I've got anything personal against him, but like all people with power, he tends to misuse it. He likes to crack down real hard on people he doesn't agree with. He's certainly up to a whole lot more than just policing the city. Yes, I'm willing to bet he's tangled up in all sorts of shady doings. Police Chief Barlow is just as corrupt as the rest of the cream of the crop. I swear it, not a single honest man holds a seat of power in this god-forsaken town. The weight of the burden always lies on us misters.
Nice joint this.
You kidding me? This place is the cesspool at the end of the sewer. We all flow along the gutters of these streets, drip and drizzle in our own directions. But in the end, like the soggy pieces of street trash that we are, we end up here. Wet, cold,
Wow.
apart, and stepped upon, face down in the mud.
Man, that was beautiful. We should have that engraved and put on the wall.
Tell me about Misters.
We're the little folks. We're the ones who actually do the real work around here. We're just simple folk caught in the crossfire. We come here to get out of the rain and drink ourselves piss drunk before we head out. Come back, and then do it all over again. Misters are the kind of people that wind up in a dump like this. People with money don't come here. People with connections don't come here. We're small people. To the big shots in town, we're worth less than the blood-stained dirt under their boots. Bunch of corrupt hoodlums. That's what they are.
So when you guys heading back out?
Well, we can't right now, or we probably would. As long as the lighthouse is bust, we are stuck in port. And frankly, I'm not really in a hurry to get back out there. Sure, we gotta make a living, but a short break is well deserved. Ain't it, Gimbo?
It sure is. That lighthouse can stay broken for all I care. Oh, stone the crows, mate. I'm starting to get fed up to the back teeth of catching eel.
What happens to the eel?
Most of it's sold off to upbound ships. Some stays down here for refining. You can make all sorts of stuff out of eel. Steaks, liquor, plastics, medicines. They're pretty strange creatures, come to think of it.
You guys ever go to St. Armando?
Ah, no way. We haven't got the right permits. And even if we did, the Beco can't handle the locks. She runs too deep. I'd love to go someday, though. Get out of this bloody soup once and for all.
What are the locks?
Ich kann am Überlegen, was wir vielleicht gleich machen.
You got special ships going
Frage.
there. Eel trawlers can't go through them.
Ich denke, wir müssen irgendwas mit der Telefonzelle
Down
machen.
here forever. Might as well just deal with it, I guess.
Und dann müssen wir als Repairman die kaputten Lampen klauen und zum Leuchtturm bringen. Aber wir haben auch immer noch keine Pläne für den Leuchtturm.
See you guys later. Hey, it's a picture of St. Armando.
Yeah, it's an old, outdated Almanac. People like to dream themselves away with pretty pictures, you know? It's been hanging there forever. You can have it if you want.
Thanks, man. I love free stuff. It's a floor drain.
Yeah, I've got to comply with the Port Archu hygiene directive. This eel rinse is considered hazardous waste.
What you reading, Gimbo?
It's the captain's navigation book from the ship. The one about all the misting business and the lighthouse and all that. I found this picture of a lobster here. I can't stop staring at it. I'm so bleeding hungry. Oh, what I wouldn't do for some lobster stew right now.
You didn't get any food yet, man?
Nah, everything's closed this hour.
Oh, okay. Can I borrow the book?
Rack off, mate. It's my lobster.
Aber weißt du, was mich von Anfang an mit dem Schiff so gewundert hat? Da stand ja drin, dass die kein Navigationsequipment mehr mit sich führen. Aber meine Güte, so ein Kompass nimmt doch nicht so viel Platz weg. Die kennen ja noch nicht mal das.
Hey, man! You have an elevator for tiny people!
Tja,
Well, you could say it's a tiny elevator, but it's not for people. It's a food shack.
How do you make it, actually? Produce food?
I don't. This bar serves liquid nutrition only. The shaft transports food from the kitchen downstairs to wherever it needs to go.
Hey, can I play with the radio?
Yeah, go ahead and change the station all you like. You
Uh-huh.
know there's an old Army Broadway radio. It can pick up all sorts of things. It's pretty good to have in handy when the coppers are around doing raids and such.
Okay, also wir haben Wellen von 95 bis 99. Dann versuche ich mal den Sender. Ja, 96,9. Das ist die CD, die wir aufgelegt haben. Schallplatte. Was auch immer. Ah, okay. Und damit stellen wir den Sender um.
I've got them. They're here. Go over here. What are you waiting? I've got them. They're here on Main Street. Local.
Oh, falsch.
I've got them. They're here on Main Street at local Lonnie's Used Mattress Kingdom. Go over here now and grab them.
Well, welcome to where the drinks are a slice of heaven.
Flattering.
Now, what can I get you? I hope you're not looking for eel rinse. I'm all out. You've got my word, however. The moment the lighthouse starts again, to secure a couple of crates.
Any idea how I could get into Club Timber?
Listen, sir. All I do is pour them their drinks. I don't ever go up there.
You pour their drinks.
What do you think this here service shaft is for? They keep sending me orders, and I keep sending up drinks. Club Timber sits right on top of this joint. Now, I don't service all of Club Timber, mind you. Just the VIP lounge up top. Now, I'm not proud to be part of their business. But a man's gotta make a living, no?
So the service shaft leads right up to the VIP room.
Uh-huh. Bingo.
Busy night?
Afraid not, sir. Business has been real slow ever since the last went out. Yeah, these fellas are the first customers I've had all day. Whole city's gone to a standstill with no misters in port. These parts of the city used to be a good racket this hour. It's a real drag seeing it all dead like this.
What you got on tap?
Right now, I'm down at the lower end of nothing. Taps and shelves are all sucked clean. I normally carry the full range of Mister's poisons here, except mist fumes, of course. But without the shipments coming in, I've got nothing.
What are mist fumes?
That's some bad stuff, sir. It's a byproduct. Comes out of distilling the bill rinse. I tell you, you get all sorts of whack-ball effects taking that stuff. We call them fume heads, them fellas who suck it down. Used to be a much bigger problem, though. Barlow cleaned up the worst of the fume head trash when he came into power.
What you know about Barlow?
Ah, Barlow. I hear a lot of talk about him on both sides of the fence. A bartender gets to hear all sides of the story, you know? We're always down on that man more than most people think. He has made a lot of enemies in this town, I know that much. I'm used to hearing a lot about people's woes. I can tell you, many of those woes are about run-ins with the law. And the law in this town is Barlow.
I want eel rinse.
I'm sorry, sir. I've gone dry during the big blackout. Shipments aren't coming in the way it's supposed to now the lighthouse is out. Once it starts working again, I'll run off and buy a whole new crate of it. You have my word, sir.
I got to hit the streets.
Give 'em hell, sir.
Sechs, drei, vier, 187.
No one's answering.
Habe ich mich vertippt? 634 187.
187.
No one's answering.
Das war nichts. Was haben wir denn noch im Telefonbuch? Bockt ins Schlachthaus. Brauerei, Schmetterlingshaus.
Ruf doch mal die 512500 an.
Wieso?
Einfach nur so.
Okay.
No one's answering.
Hast du jetzt auf eine bestimmte Reaktion gehofft?
Ja, dass da irgendjemand rangeht.
Wir haben...
It's an almanac with pictures from Saint Armando. Man, these pictures really glorify the place.
Wir haben einen Kalender, einen Bolzenschneider, ein Modellbauschiff, Nacho, Streichhölzer, eine Dose und eine Spitzhacke.